But if fathership is the tribe of Levi, he can't be a priest. I'm sorry, he can't be from the tribe of Judah at the same time. Lineage is only through the father, and you can't. If the father is a Levite, he can't be the Messiah, who's got to be from the tribe of Judah. Yeah. Oopsies.
Yep. Welcome to TaNaCh Talk. I'm your host, William Hall, broadcasting live from Kingsland, Texas, USA, with another episode of TNT, Twisted New Testament, or Judaism and Christianity, a contrast, or the real reason why Jews do not accept Jesus, by our lovable rabbi and author, Rabbi Stuart, the man Federow, from the Big H, Houston, Texas. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm going to leave it there.
Haven't said that in a long time.
Oh my God, I just snorted. Okay. Interesting. You got me to snort that time. That was good. Okay. All right. So our title is going to be on Proverbs 32, verse 2 through 4. What is his name and what is his son's name? Obviously, it's very obvious that this is talking about Jesus to many, 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 many people. So that's why we're discussing now.
Well, William, the reason I brought it up to you is because I had a reminder of something that happened to me a long time ago, and that's what got me back to the topic. But I was the rabbi in Greenville, Mississippi, for 5 great years, and there was a guy there who had been a Catholic, and he had converted to Southern Baptist. And they tend to be very zealous, shall we say, in their efforts, not only to convert me, but also to convert other Roman Catholics. As a matter of fact, come to think of it, in my office, in my congregation in Greenville, Mississippi, he was arguing, screaming with a woman who was Roman Catholic, and they were going at each other.
Wow.
Catholic to Protestant. In my office. That was weird.
Interesting.
But he would come to me with these nutcase conversion techniques. They always think that it'll work better if there's a gimmick. There's got to be a gimmick. So he comes in one day and he hands me a sealed envelope. And all I can figure out as the gimmick is that if you have to work to open the sealed envelope, maybe you'll be more open to the message in the envelope. Okay. It's like, you ever see, like somebody will say on Google Reels or something like that, it'll say, for more information, click here, and you click and it's a video. And instead of just giving you the answer you want, they have a 20-minute lecture that's irrelevant to you, but you have to listen to the whole thing.
Right. Again,
it's a psychological gimmick. The more effort you put into it, the more likely you are to click the next thing that they want you to click so they can sell you something.
Oh, that's true.
So this guy comes to me with this envelope and whatever. So I unseal the envelope, break open the envelope, and lo and behold, it is Proverbs chapter 30, verse 2 through 4.
Interesting.
So he hands me the envelope. I open it up, and it's Proverbs chapter 30, verse 2 through 4. Surely I am more brutish than any man, and have not the understanding of a man. I neither learned wisdom nor have the knowledge of the holy. Who has ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fists? Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if you can tell? So presumably this is supposed to catch the reader of this sealed envelope when they open it, that we're supposed to think of ourselves as more brutish than any man. We're supposed to think of ourselves as not having the understanding of a man. Okay, think of ourselves as not having wisdom, and think of ourselves as not having the knowledge of the holy, to put us in the Christian mode of we're a sinner, we're terrible, we're broken, it's a broken world, this kind of thing. And then they have the meat of the matter, okay, where it ends in verse 4. What is his name and what is his son's name, if you can tell? Now, you, always with a gimmick. They think they're more likely to trap you with a gimmick. Okay, like Paul says in numerous places. I got you with what was his word?
Guile.
Deceit? No, guile. Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right. So, first of all, what's the whole point of the paragraph? Okay, who ascended up into heaven and who descended? Did Jesus ever do that?
No.
Okay.
No proof of it anyway.
Never mentioned in the New Testament. Mm-hmm. Who gathered the wind in his fists?
Definitely wasn't Jesus.
What?
No one would say Jesus did. Not even a Christian would tell you, because that's like, that makes no sense.
Who soaked up the waters in a garment? Okay, did Jesus ever soak up all the waters of the earth in a garment?
No, but then again, this is not what they're saying. This is saying God did all this, but then God's son is the next target. What is his son's name?
And that's the crux of the matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Who established all the ends of the earth? This is a rhetorical question, mm-hmm. the answer of which is only God.
Right.
Okay. Only God has done or will do all of these things. And it's a rhetorical question. And when it says at the end, what is his name and what is his son's name, if you can tell, it's a taunt that says you can't tell, because the person who would have a name and have a son, okay, never did any of these things. Okay. So this guy hands me this envelope. I open it up. I read this. And so he says, he says to me, this is not reading anymore. He now says to me, what is his name and what is his son's name, if you can tell? So I thought for a minute and I said, well, there's an answer to that. Clearly this is talking about God and who is God's son. And I had him in his own Bible. Look up nice. Exodus chapter 4, verse 21 and 22.
Well played.
So he looked up Exodus chapter 4, verse 21 and 22, and he read, and the Eternal said unto Moses, when you go to return to Egypt, see that you do all these wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in your hands. But I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go, and you shall say to Pharaoh, thus says the Eternal, Israel is my firstborn son. So if you want to know his name is God. Okay. And what is his son's name? According to Exodus chapter 4, verse 21 and 22, it's the people of Israel. When he read this, he didn't say a word, took his envelope, and left my office. And that was the end of that. Till the next gimmick, which I don't even remember, but I certainly remember this one. However, what I could have said was the answer to the question, what is his name and what is his son's name? Maybe it should be King David.
There you go.
So take a look at Psalm 89, verse 20 to 27. Okay, they want to know what is his name and what is his son's name. Well, his name is God, and who is his son? Maybe it's King David in Psalm 89, verse 20 to 27, where he writes, I have found David my servant, with my holy oil have I anointed him, with whom my hand shall be established, mine arm also shall strengthen him. The enemy shall not exact upon him, nor the son of wickedness afflict him, and I will beat down his foes before his face and plague them that hate him. But my faithfulness and my mercy shall be with him, and in my name shall his horn be exalted. I will set his hand also in the sea, and his right hand in the rivers. He shall cry to me, thou art my Father, my God, and the rock of my salvation. Also, I will make him my firstborn, higher than the kings of the earth. So here, it's explicitly talking about David, verse 20, I have found David my servant. It's describing the relationship between God and King David, With my holy oil have I anointed him, with whom my hand I established him. Nobody's going to be an enemy to him. I'll squash his enemies and all that stuff. And then, still talking about King David, it says, he shall cry to me, you, meaning God, are my Father, my God, and the rock of my salvation. Also, I, God, will make him my firstborn higher than the kings of the earth. So, if they wanted to ask in Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4, what is his name and what is his son's name, if you can tell, the answer could be King David. And then finally, this is a real quick video, isn't it?
It's okay.
And then finally, maybe the answer to the question in verse 4 of Proverbs 30 should be King Solomon. So you have in 1 Chronicles chapter 22, verse 9 through 10, behold, a son shall be born to thee, who shall be a man of rest, and I will give him rest from all his enemies round about, for his name shall be Solomon, and I will give peace and quietness unto Israel in his days. He shall build a house for my name, and he shall be my son, and I will be his father,
Nice.
and I will establish the throne of his kingdom over Israel forever. So just like King David established King David's dynasty, Solomon, who is the son of King David, also it's an establishment of his dynasty. I will establish the throne of his kingdom over Israel forever. But the text reads that this person named Solomon is going to be his son, and God will be his father. So the answer to the question in Proverbs 30, verse 4, what is his name and what is his son's name, if you can tell, the answer is still God, but now the answer might be Solomon. But it's not ever Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
that's really cool. Love seeing.
By the way, there's a pun in this that's not that easy to see in the English. Okay, in verse 9, where it says, he shall be a man of rest, I will give him rest from all his enemies. His name will be Solomon. I will give peace and quietness to Israel in his days. That's a pun, a play on words on his name, Shalomo. Shalom,
right.
Shlomo, his peace. And it says he will be a man of rest and give peace to him. So it's actually a play on words.
That's
but
cool.
Most
nice.
people miss that. At any rate, so the question to the rhetorical question in Proverbs 30, okay, the answer could be the people of Israel, which stopped this guy in his tracks in Greenville, or it could be King David, or it could be King Solomon. But any way you look at it, it's not Jesus.
Word to your mother.
Word to you. Hey, that would make a great part of a song. We should write a rap about that.
You crack me up. Oh, man. All right. That's funny. Cool. Okay. Well, the phone lines are open if you guys want to call in. But yeah, that is a pretty good rap. I'm kind of curious what. Oh, there it is right there. I don't know if I can reach you with the headphones on though. I'm gonna see something real fast. Let me grab this book. Hang on.
News and Preps. Yes, we are live. Hi tonight.
Anytime you see the green screen, that's the original.
Hi Tony the Night Owl. Hi Truth About God. Hi News and Preps. Oh, we said that already. Hi again. Let's see.
Yep.
Gabriel fathered Jesus and was a son of Judah. The two genealogies in the New Testament are Mary's father and Gabriel's lineage. Gabriel referring to a priest with the thread of blue indigo. I'm not sure what thread of blue indigo means, but if Gabriel was a priest, then the priesthood was the tribe of Levi, the subgroup called the descendants of Aaron from the tribe of Levi. So that means Jesus couldn't have been the Messiah, who has to be from the tribe of Judah and a direct descendant of King David.
What is this here?
So if Gabriel fathered Jesus,
that's the wrong book.
Okay, where there's no proof of that, no idea where you talk about that. But if Gabriel refers to a priest, then he can't be the tribe of Judah. He's got to be a Kohen, which is Aaron's descendant, and that's a tribe of Levi. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you, Anonymous. I have no idea what that's referring to. Okay. But if fathership is the tribe of Levi, he can't be a priest. I'm sorry, he can't be from the tribe of Judah at the same time. Lineage is only through the father, and you can't. If the father is a Levite, he can't be the Messiah who's got to be from the tribe of Judah. Yeah. Oopsies.
Yep.
If you enjoy this channel and the content, and it has changed your life, or perhaps the life of a loved one or a close friend, would you please consider supporting this work? You can click this link and it'll take you directly to my website with the donate button. Or there's a Patreon link and a mailing address for snail mail if you would prefer. If you do donate, please do me a favor and leave me a phone number where I can contact you and thank you properly. I hope you all have a wonderful 2025. Shalom.